Hi everyone. Do you know me? Have you seen me before? My name is Livia and I am looking for my twin brother, which is a story of my life. So when I was born, my mom actually gave birth to two babies, but she didn't know that she is expecting two babies that time. Because in the 80s, when I was born on the 14th of April, basically they didn't have the equipment to do ultrasound scan, and my mom was preparing two names. If it's a girl, then it would be Livia. Here I am. If it's a boy, then it would be Thomas. But what happened? So when my mom gave birth, she was happy. She had me, Livia. So here I am, and she was very happy. She already had a other daughter, my older sister, and me. So the thing is that she was unaware that there were two babies, and the reason is because when she was pushing the baby out, the doctor was saying, "Oh, close your eyes," because when you push, the blood vessels can pop in your eyes. So she was delivering birth while her eyes were closed. And you can imagine there is a pain involved. I never gave birth, but I know because I heard from other people who gave birth before that it is very painful experience. So you can just think about it. The person is stressed, and obviously when the doctor says, yes, close your eyes and push, then the mom is pushing. And what happened later on when she went for a checkup, then she didn't see her regular gynecologist, but there was a different doctor, and she was just coming with me and with my sister. And then the gynecologist was asking, so how are the babies? And then my mom was like surprised. She was thinking maybe the gynecologist thinks about my older sister. And she said like, yes, the little baby is fine, which was me, and my other daughter is also happy, growing nicely. But then the doctor was saying that actually in her health record is written that she delivered two babies, so she basically gave birth to twins. And it was really sad for my mom. You can imagine that you carry a baby for 9 months and then suddenly you realize you had two babies and there's just one. And yeah, I can't really explain how she felt, but it is something which is always on my mind, that poor my mom, it was really a stressful situation for her. And just imagine that there was a doctor, very privileged job, and plus my mom facing the doctor. So what could my mom do that time? Really not much. And even now that she knew like who the doctor was who basically took that baby, she just can't do anything because there's the word of my mom against a doctor. So there's no chance, there's no really evidence. The only evidence would be if I would find my brother, my twin. But at the moment, I did quite a lot of things, try to do my best. And unfortunately, I'm a little bit stuck, and I'm not sure how to find a person who doesn't know he is lost, and he doesn't know that he has a blood-related family, because I'm sure he had a happy life. He's, living somewhere unaware that he was taken from his real mom. So my purpose here is to prove that my mom was right, that she really, really had another baby also. It really affected her life really badly. So when we were growing up, that was quite sad. You see, like my mom obviously couldn't do much. And she lived with the fact that she has a baby somewhere in the world who is growing up somewhere else with a different family. And you can imagine, like, my father obviously also wanted to have a boy because they already had a daughter, my sister. And then every father wants to have a son who is carrying the family's name. But yeah, it was a difficult situation for both of them, and it affected their marriage quite badly. So it happened in Slovakia. I'm originally from Slovakia. So I moved to England in 2006 after my mom died. So she died in January, and I came to the UK in April, just 2 days before my birthday. So yeah, it was a good choice, because if I wouldn't come to the UK, I would not be able to speak English. Now I can speak the language, communicative level. Also, I can finally make this video and just try to find my brother, because I was thinking maybe I can write a book, write the story down, and I did write 14 books, but all handwritten, and it would take me forever to type it down and put everything together because it's quite complex. So what I did, I did a little investigation in Slovakia, and normally when I go back home, I do it so my family doesn't really know about it because I don't want to stress anyone. You know, my sister has her happy life, my dad, well, has some issues at the moment, but you know, I just don't want to just put another pressure on them. And what I found out, I was asking people who knew my mom, her friends, also relatives. Yes, they were saying she had a really big stomach, or you know, when she was pregnant, that it can happen that she really had two babies. Also, I was asking friends who knew her that time. Yeah, my mom was always really helping people, so she was a really good person. So everybody liked my mom. So very cheerful attitude. I think I got my happiness and you know, this joy of life from her for sure. So I was asking, for example, a lady who was her friend, and she gave birth on the same day as I did, as my mom did. So she gave birth to a girl, Erika, who became my best friend. So she was from a neighbor village, but this lady remembered my mom, and she said that she remembers that my mom called the doctor because she was in pain, and my mom called the doctor for her to help her because she was struggling. And then I was asking this lady so how she remembered the situation, and she said in her village, because she's from a neighbor village, so I just met her later on in life when I started to do my secondary school studies. And I met basically Erika, who was born on the same day in the same hospital as I was. We became really good friends, so I still really love her so much. So yes. And her mom was saying that in the village where she is from, also there were some cases that children were taken from moms and later on they found out about it. And also I did investigate in the village where my mom is from, and one of the doctor who was my childhood GP, he published some kind of like report in the magazine, in the local magazine, about all these things without name, that there was a conspiracy of doctors working together taking children from mothers who were unaware that they were giving birth either to twins, or I don't know, maybe it happened even like, you know, for someone who just had gave birth to one baby. Because it is easy to write a health report, to write like, okay, yes, the child was born dead, and then, you know, hands clean, you just pass that baby to someone else who paid for that baby. It was all the doctors, nurses working together, but because there's no physical evidence, no really proof, you know, it is very difficult to find out. But the doctor who was the gynecologist of my mom is still alive. Unfortunately, my mom is not. So you can imagine, one day I actually met him because he has a practice in his in the village where my mom is from. So my dad was from the neighbor village. So I went to see my cousin, and she needed to pick up a prescription from the local GP. And I did see the person when he came and gave the prescription to my cousin. So I saw him, and he's still alive, you know, probably had a happy life, probably became very rich because he abused his power of becoming a doctor. And just, you know, how it is, some people, they are very greedy and then just motivated by money. And I don't want to blame or cause any harm to anyone, so I'm not saying any names here, but my purpose here only just to find my brother and just show that yes, my mom was right, you know, because unfortunately her whole life was kind of ruined because of this. And it is quite sad that, one person, an innocent one who had a very good heart, had to suffer just because a person who was very greedy and wanted to take a innocent baby from someone because he thought he has the power. That's why I am a person who is fully living for love. I am never thought about being money concentrated. The world is all around money, obviously, so people need money to live. But the main purpose of the life is love and not money. Well, to help me to find my brother, because he is somewhere, and what I can say, obviously, is a boy, so if it would be a girl, it would be easier because probably we would look the same. But because it's the boy, it's much harder. So the only thing which I can say that I have like a distinct birthmarks on my face, which my mom had also. So she had this one somewhere on my face, and then two little one. And because it's genetically, given to your children, so I believe so that the boy has also the same freckles as I have and my mom had. And another very distinct family thing which we have. So I have a gap between my teeth, which is like I always annoyed about it. But maybe that's also like a little indication to show. I don't know. The word is too big, and it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. That's what they say. So it is difficult. But by doing this video, I'm hoping that I can reach more people, and I hope that maybe someone knows my brother and can help me to find him. So I just would like to say a message to my brother. So if you're watching this video, I just would like you to reach out, and I don't know, I just would like to get to know you, find out about your life, how you lived your life. I'm sure probably you are already married, have children, so it would be amazing to see and meet you. And yes, that's my main purpose here, just to prove that my mom was right and also to meet my brother. So in life, what I do, well, I do quite a lot of things. I like multitask. I always say that I would like to make the world a better place. So I do, well, my day job is I work as a research assistant for King's College London, which is a nice, place to work because there are a lot of quite smart people doing their PhD, and then I co-work on some projects, and I'm as a research assistant and doing some technical tasks too. And in my free time, I really like to help people. So I like to help the homeless. So I've been volunteering in different charities, and just because my goal in life, as I said, I would like to help people and make the world a better place. So the homeless are on my heart because they have lots of issues, and I like to talk to them on the street. And I did volunteer to a couple of different charities, and I know what I can improve. I would like to basically educate these people, help them to find a job and also a home, but from the beginning to the end. So not just, some charities, they just feed them. Some charities, yes, they can provide some clothes, but it's still not helping them to get out from that situation that they are still on the street. So I would like to fully help them from the beginning to the end, and also educate them because it's very crucial. So I really like, just to talk to them. The main important thing at the moment, because it's too hot, so it's summertime, although today we have little clouds, that they just, want to chat. Very important to give them water. So I normally carry water with me, some t-shirts or some socks, because these are things which are, in need. And then sometimes food, but I'm very careful about money. So normally I don't really give money just when I already know the person and I've been talking to the person for a long time. So I like to get to know them, their stories, and everybody has a very, sad and deep stories, because there's a reason why the person is on the street. So yeah, my plan is to have one day a charity, or maybe co-work with other charities, and just to help to eradicate homelessness from the city. Oh yes, and I really like also make people happy. So that's one of my little tasks for a day all the time when I'm somewhere in the city, because I like to take pictures, or at the moment I created a little YouTube channel also. Then I like to engage with people on one-to-one level and just to find out about them, what they do, and just make them happy. Normally I give them my love stone because I like to spread love, and I always say that it's easy because it's like a chain reaction. When you are happy, then it's easy to give that happiness to someone else. Let me just show like some of my stones. They're a little bit like I don't know, I always think it's a something nice to give, and it's like a little present. So normally I just give with a nice message like love is all you need. And I really like the pattern of the tree of life, and also my little lovebirds. And sometimes I do different patterns like an angel, and always I give it to the person who I already talked to and then find out something about that person. So I like to have that one-to-one connection, and yeah, just be happy and friendly because it's all about love. I in my heart is the most important thing, just to love and be loved. So live your life happy and make other people happy. That's my message. That's what I want to show people, that is such a simple thing to make another person happy, and it's just like an avalanche. And after that, people already are in a good mood. Even like today, it's like a little gray day, but I'm sure I'm gonna meet someone who will need this love stone in their life, and it's gonna make them happy.